which way Africa. So I don't know. I've been imagining, I've been looking at what makes some countries so powerful, and I've discovered that it is because they are doing what Africa is not doing. If you check majority of the European West Asia countries, they are taking over the world in terms of being the big power and the whole thing. And you'll be wondering what made this as in, why are they taking over and becoming so? It's because they are doing what every other country in Africa is not doing. They are doing what, and if you check, Africa has been relegated so much because now the America, Israel, Iran, UK and the rest, Russia, China, North Korea, they have been on the news all this while as one of the tough countries of the as in terms of being lethal or highly volatile, waiting for war to explode. Now these are countries that have built themselves. They have a lot to protect. They collaborate in business, engage high profile cases and issues around the world. Why? Because they have, as in, they are countries that are made up with a lot of stuff. Can you say that about Africa? Which of the African country can compete with any of these countries? So that means, in other words, if they even say that a war should break out between these countries with Africa, that means the whole of Africa will perish. The whole of Africa will perish. All upon all the education that Africa claim to be acquiring, garnering all these years. What can they use it to offer? What can they produce from it? We see countries now, we see America, North Korea, Russia, China, they are all talking about nuclear weapon, nuclear weapon, nuclear weapon. What kind of sophisticated weapon can Africa have? Now, permit me to say it is not because Africa cannot produce any of those things. It's not because Africa cannot have any of those leather weapons. Because if you check during Biafra War, the Igbos at the chemical engineering of University of Nigeria and Soka, the Igbos manufactured Ogbunigwe. Ogbunigwe is an equivalent of this nuclear bomb now that is being that yeah that these countries are using now. That is to tell you that the Igbos was once a great nation on its own unanimously, but because of nepotism, because of corruption that have bedeviled Africa, and the way of these world powers have planned and strategized Africa to clip the wings of the Africa off. And that was how Africa was being rendered a toothless bulldog. But presently, as it stands, Africa has a long way to go. Africa has a long way to go.